Do you justify your personal happiness when you know that at the same time animals are being beaten to death? I mean, we all know that the suffering in the world is happening at a constant rate. Every minute, some person or some animal is experiencing tremendous pain. And to have this knowledge makes it difficult to be happy yourself. At least it's difficult for me personally. I always have double feelings. Is it okay for me to be happy and to enjoy my privileged life while thousands of others are living an unfortunate, shitty life at the same time? I mean, distance doesn't matter. The value of the suffering does not decrease if the victim is localized on the other side of the planet. Yet, most people will only feel empathy and will only stand up for suffering when it happens in their near vicinity, when it happens to a good friend or to someone within their family. Then they will realize, oh shit, suffering can be cruel. Suffering can be really cruel. Or when they see an article on social media about animal abuse, then they will realize, oh shit, those poor animals, they never deserved this. Most people will only be mad at life when something bad happens to them or to their beloved ones, or when they witness something in front of their eyes or on the internet. They then go like, how can people be so cruel? What a horrible world we live in. But when they don't witness anything bad, then life suddenly becomes wonderful and happy, and they completely forget about the fact that suffering is happening on a constant rate. You probably also have noticed this trend on social media, specifically coming from millennials from the left corner. You know them, the kind of people that post happy selfies, hashtag enjoy life, hashtag be yourself, hashtag it's the little things that matter, hashtag blah 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 blah. And they also share articles about all the shit that's going on in the world to raise awareness about this. Because they want to show that they care and that they are good persons. But I just wonder, how can they show so much happiness while knowing that people are starving to death at the same time? One moment they cry and complain about the negativity, and the next moment they post pictures with a big smile as if nothing is wrong with the world. They keep saying things like stay positive and let's make this world a better place, spread happiness, enjoy the little things. I mean, the only way to be positive and happy is when you ignore all the negativity and when you completely focus on yourself. You know, the kind of here and now attitude. Oh yeah, let's just focus on the here and now for a minute so that I can enjoy a happy moment for myself. And if someone else critiques me for being a selfish person, well, that person is just a pessimist. I have the right to enjoy happy moments. That's totally justified. And from the moment I witness some form of cruelty, oh, well, that's the moment I'm going to decide to raise awareness for this. And if somebody is too blind to see the cruelty that I am sharing, well, that person is just naive and doesn't want to make the world better. What a bad person. But at least I'm trying to make the world better by raising awareness for the cruelty. But also my personal happy moments are totally justified whenever I choose to ignore the cruelty in the world. I'm sorry, once you acknowledge the fact that suffering is a constant on this planet, there is no way you can justify your personal happy moments. I mean, if you care about the suffering and you go out to raise awareness for it, I don't think you're very happy about it. You will be mad as hell. You will shout and express anger and empathy for the victims. There's nothing fun about the suffering of the victims. Their pain is horrific. And you fucking know that this horrific pain is happening every single day. Yet you find excuses to ignore it and to be selfish and to have a good time and to justify it, while thousands of victims are going through absolute shit. It's not only bad when you choose a moment to raise awareness for it, it's bad all the fucking time. There are enough reasons to be mad at the world 24/7. So I'm sorry, but that's not a logical justification. The only reason why you rationalize your personal happy moments is because you are a human being. You are alive. You desire happiness. You are designed to chase the well-being of your own body. So in order to survive, you must once in a while focus on yourself and be selfish and forget about all the shit that's going on. But logically, that's not a justifiable reason. Forgetting about the suffering in the world is not a logical justification for happiness. Logic itself doesn't forget about suffering. Logic itself is objective, and it has to take into account everything that is happening in the universe all the time. So if you value logic and you think it's logical to fight suffering and that suffering is not something to be happy about, then as long as suffering exists in the universe, there is no objective reason to be happy or to justify happiness. Happiness is subjective and selfish. I'm not saying you shouldn't be happy. Go ahead and be happy all you want. I'm just saying that there exists no logical objective reason to justify it. The only time that I will be truly happy is when I know with absolute certainty that literally nobody is experiencing horrible pain. If nobody experiences horrible pain, then I will be the happiest person in the world. And then I will totally justify it. Because then the logical to-do list has been completed. I'm only obeying logic, that's all. Not my subjective selfish ego. My subjective selfish ego is a piece of shit designed to only serve itself and to be blind for what's going on in the rest of the world. Whereas logic is objective, and it's the most valuable thing because it forces you to imagine how it would be to experience life from within every single being in this universe. Objectivity doesn't only focus on itself, it focuses on absolutely everything. It takes into account every single sentient being, and that proves that it values everything. If you are objective, you value everything all the time. So if you believe that somebody should not be happy and that he or she should take it seriously, when you choose a moment to point out the suffering in the world, well, let me point out to you that you should take life very seriously every second, and that there is no objective reason to justify your happiness because there is suffering going on all the time. But I have the right to be happy. No, you only have the right to be happy when there is no more suffering in the world. If you consider yourself to be a truly, objectively, moral, good person.